Imagine spending countless hours designing a visually stunning website filled with high-quality, engaging content that provides immense value to your audience. You're proud of what you have created, but there's a problem. No one is visiting your site. You check Google and your pages are nowhere to be found. It's like opening a store in the middle of a deserted island. It sounds frustrating. This is where technical SEO comes in. Technical SEO ensures that your website is structured in a way that allows search engine like Google to crawl, index, and rank your pages effectively. If Google can't find your pages, it won't show them in search results, no matter how valuable your content is. This means zero organic traffic, fewer leads, and lost opportunities. Let's take an example. By following a structured technical SEO checklist, many websites have seen dramatic increase in their organic traffic. Some have reported a 189.12% growth in just 30 days, simply by optimizing their site's technical foundation. Others have been able to rank for highly competitive keywords such as on-page SEO and link building tools despite stiff competition. But the question is how this checklist improves crawling, indexing, and rankings. Think of technical SEO as the foundation of skyscraper. If the foundation is weak, no matter how beautifully designed the building is, it won't stand tall. The same applies to websites without proper technical optimization. Your content won't have the support it needs to rank in search results. And by implementing these strategies, you will improve crawlability. That is, you will ensure search engine can easily explore your site's website. Number 2 is you can enhance indexability. You will help Google index your pages efficiently, increasing their chances of ranking. You can also boost ranking and visibility. A technically optimized site improves user experience, page speed, and engagement, key ranking factors that Google considers. How to prioritize this checklist for your website? Not all websites need to implement every single technical SEO practice. The most important steps for your website depend on its current state. Here's how to approach this checklist effectively. At first, if you're new to SEO and don't know where to start, begin with SEO basics, keyword research, and on-page SEO checklist to establish a strong foundation. And if your site has plenty of content but isn't getting traffic, prioritize the content checklist to identify issues preventing your pages from ranking. If your website has slow loading times or struggles with indexing, you can focus on technical SEO optimization to improve crawlability, speed, and also usability. Now, if you have a well-optimized site but want more authority and visibility, shift your focus to link building strategies and advanced SEO tactics to increase domain authority and organic reach. So let's start optimizing. In this guide, we'll walk you through the essential technical SEO steps that every website should implement. So whether you're a beginner or even experienced SEO professionals, following these best practices will help you improve your search rankings, increase organic traffic, and also enhance your website's performance. So now we'll start by understanding the SEO setup and performance tracking. And how will you set up your Google Search Console and Bing Webmaster Tools? Before making any changes to your site, the first step in technical SEO is setting up essential tools that provides insights into how search engines view your website. Google Search Console and Bing Webmaster Tools are two of the most powerful platforms for monitoring and improving your site's search performance. These tools act like a direct communication channel between you and search engine, giving you valuable data about how your website is crawled, indexed, and ranked. So basically, Google Search Console allows you to track which pages are indexed, detected crawl errors, and submit your sitemap. And talking about the Bing Webmaster tool, it will offer a similar functionality as you can see here. And it will help you optimize your site for Microsoft's search engine. While Google dominates the search market, Bing still drives millions of searches every day, and optimizing for it can bring in additional traffic. Setting up both platforms, and it will ensure you leave no SEO opportunities on the table. So now if you want to set up your Google Search Console, you just directly need to go to the Google Search Console and you can log in with your Google account. You can just click on Start Now and your website. You can enter your website URL. You can choose a verification method. Let me show you how you can do it. So as you can see, this is my Google Search Console interface, and you can just log in with your Google account over here. We have two options here, domain and URL prefix. So if you already have an existing web page, you can just simply enter the URL of your website. For example, let's say this is the URL of my website, and I'll just click on continue here, and then it will just check for verification needed and whatever it is. And from here, you can just choose your verification method, like either DNS verification, Google Tag Manager, or uploading an HTML file to your website root directory. So once you're verified, you can submit your XML sitemap in the sitemap section, and where you can monitor indexing issues, performance reports, and also mobile usability metrics regularly. Now let's talk about how can you set up your Bing Webmaster Tool. So just simply search Bing Webmaster Tools over here, and from here you can just import your already Google Search Console, also your sites from Google Search Console if you want to import, or else you can just add your site manually simply by copy pasting the URL, and you can just add your console over here. So as you can see, we have the verification methods over here. So you can just click on add your site, enter your URL. So once verified, you have to just monitor crawl errors, keyword ranking, traffic reports, and sitemap. So basically, these tools will help you understand how your website is performing in search engine, identifying indexing problems, and optimizing for better visibility. Now let's talk about how will you set up your Google Analytics. So as we know, tracking website traffic is very important for understanding user behavior and making data-driven SEO improvement. Google Analytics GA4 provides detailed insights into how visitors interact with your website, including traffic sources, bounce rates, session duration, and conversion. It will help you measure whether your SEO efforts are working and where improvements are needed. How will you set up your Google Analytics account? You just simply have to search Google Analytics from here, and here you can create an account, enter your website details, select web as a data stream. You can just click on start measuring from here, and now you have to just provide your particular details. You can copy the tracking code as well, G tag, and paste it in your site's head section. You can enable Google Search Console integration for enhanced SEO tracking, and you can also monitor key reports such as traffic acquisition, engagement, and conversion to access the impact for your SEO strategy. With GA4, you can track where your visitors come from, organic search, social media, referral traffic, which pages perform best, and how users interact with your content. This data will help you fine-tune your SEO and content strategies for better engagement and ranking. Next, we will talk about how will you install Yoast SEO for WordPress and Shopify users. So if you're using WordPress or Shopify, installing an SEO plugin, which is Yoast SEO, can significantly simplify on-page optimization. So Yoast SEO offers features such as XML sitemap generation, robots.txt management, and on-page SEO analysis, making it an essential tool for both beginners and advanced users. So in the Google, you can simply search for Yoast WordPress plugin, and you'll be redirected to this web page over your website. And you can just go to your WordPress dashboard. You can just click on add new. So as you can see, we have a premium version for here. You can also try Yoast free as a free plugin. So let's see whether we can try. Or for this, you need to actually install your Yoast. So let me just brief you about this thing. So basically, you have to search for Yoast SEO. As you can see, I've installed this over here. So after you install this, you have to activate the plugin and follow the setup wizard to optimize your site's SEO setting. You can configure title tags, meta description, canonical URLs, and schema markup easily. So with the help of Yoast SEO, you can also get real-time content analysis, keyword optimization tips, and automated sitemap updates, ensuring your website remains optimized for search engine. Now let's talk about how can you identify your project KPIs, which is defining success metrics for SEO efforts. So once you have SEO tools in place, it's essential to define the key performance indicators that will help you measure success. So basically, KPI will allow you to track progress and make data-driven decisions to refine your strategy. Some of the common KPIs for SEO includes organic traffic, which is the number of visitors coming from search engine. Secondly, it's the keyword ranking. You can also track your position for target keywords over time. Third, we have bounce rate. That is the percentage of visitors leaving your site without interacting. Then we have page load speed, which is a faster site will improve both SEO and user experience. Next, talking about click-through rate, which is CTR, will measure how many people click your page in search results. Conversion rate will track how well SEO is driving valuable actions, sign-up, sales, and all of that. And by tracking these KPIs in Google Analytics, Google Search Console, and ranking tracking tools, you can evaluate what's working and identify areas for improvement. Now let's talk about how can you set up for rank tracking, monitor keyword rankings over time. Basically, we know that keyword rankings play a very important role in measuring SEO success. By tracking where your pages rank for specific keywords, you can actually identify improvements or declines in search rankings. You can also adjust SEO strategies based on keyword trends. You can also optimize content further for underperforming keywords. You can measure the effectiveness of SEO updates. Now let's talk about how to track keyword rankings. So at first you have to use Google Search Console. In the performance report, track the average position of your top keywords. Secondly, use rank tracking tools. Platforms like SEMrush, Ahrefs, and more will provide daily tracking for keyword positions. Third is monitor local rankings. Now, if you run a local business, you can use Google My Business Insights and tools like Bright Local to track local search visibility. Regular rank tracking help you stay ahead of the competition and optimize content to maintain or improve positions. Now let's talk about how can you fix technical errors and website health. At first, you have to identify crawling and indexing errors. So basically, crawling errors and indexing errors are the first steps for a search engine to process your website. If your pages have crawl errors or aren't indexed, they won't appear in search results, meaning they bring in zero traffic. Google Search Console will help identify these issues. At first, you have to fix broken links and redirect issues. Broken links can frustrate users and create a poor experience. You can use tools like Google Search Console, Ahrefs, or SEMrush to identify and fix broken internal and external links. Similarly, redirect loops and chains should be fixed using proper 301 redirects to maintain a clean linking structure. Now let's talk about how can you use an XML sitemap. So basically an XML sitemap is essential for helping search engine understand the structure of your website, making sure to generate and submit it to Google Search Console and Bing Webmaster Tools to improve indexing. At first, you need to optimize your robots.txt file. The robots.txt file tells search engines which pages they should and they shouldn't crawl. A poorly configured robots.txt file can block important pages from being indexed. Ensure your robots.txt is properly set up by allowing essential pages and blocking only unnecessary or private sections. Now let's talk about how can you check for duplicate and thin content issues. So basically duplicate content confuses search engines and thin content can weaken your ranking. You can use tools like Siteliner or Screaming Frog to detect duplicate or thin content issues. You can consider canonical tags, redirect or rewriting content to improve page quality. Now let's talk about website structure and navigation optimization. At first, we have logical site structure and navigation. A well-organized site structure is very crucial for both users and search engine. Imagine walking into a library where all the books are scattered randomly, and finding a book would be a nightmare, right? The same applies to website. So when your website structure is chaotic, users will struggle to navigate and search engine have a hard time indexing your content. Your site should follow logical hierarchy where broad categories lead to specific pages. For example, an e-commerce site is selling electronics should be structured like this. Let's suppose we have this e-commerce website over here. So at first you need to have a homepage section, then categories, laptop, smartphone, camera, subcategories, gaming, laptop, business, laptop, product pages. So this clear hierarchy improves SEO by ensuring that search engine can crawl your site efficiently and users can easily find what they need. So by implementing internal linking further strengthens your structure by connecting related content, allowing search engines to discover more pages and pass link equity throughout your website. Now let's talk about how can you optimize URL structure. So basically a URL structure plays a key role in SEO. A clean, readable URL provides users and search engine with insights into what a page is about. Compare these two URLs. At first we have example.com category /123 post ID 456. And then we have example.com blog technical SEO checklist. So obviously, as we can see that the second one URL is more clear, concise, and contains relevant keywords, making it SEO friendly. And here's how to optimize your URL. At first, you need to use short URLs, which will keep them simple and avoid unnecessary word. Second, include keywords. Add relevant keywords that reflect the page content. Third, use hyphens instead of underscores. Google treats hyphens as spaces, but it doesn't recognize underscore. Avoid special characters and numbers. Stick to letters and dashes to ensure readability. So basically, a well-structured URL improves both user experiences and search ranking. Search engines prioritize URLs that are easy to read and descriptive over long, confusing ones. Now let's talk about the breadcrumbs for navigation. So basically breadcrumbs act as a secondary navigation system showing users where they are within your site structure. They usually appear near the top of a page and look something like this, which is home, blog, technical SEO checklist. So this will help user backtrack to previous sections without hitting the back button. But breadcrumbs aren't just for users. They also help search engine understand your site's hierarchy and structure. Google often includes breadcrumbs in search results, improving click-through rates by making URLs more user-friendly. For best result, you have to implement schema markup. You can add structured data for breadcrumbs to improve search appearance. You can use breadcrumbs for deep pages. Now, if your site has multiple layers, breadcrumbs provide clear navigation path. Third, you have to keep breadcrumbs consistent. You have to ensure they match your site structure to avoid confusion. Now let's talk about click depth optimization. Click depth refers to how many clicks it takes for a user or search engine to reach a specific page for the home page. The deeper a page is buried, the less likely it will rank well in search results. Ideally, no important page should be more than just 3 clicks away from the home page. The shorter the path, the easier it is for search engine to crawl and index your content. Use internal linking. Link important pages from the home page or top navigation menu. Avoid deep nesting. Overcomplicating your structure makes navigation difficult. Prioritize high-value pages. Now, if a page is crucial, ensure it's easily accessible. For instance, an About Us page should always be 1 click away from the home page, not buried under multiple sections. Now let's talk about orphan pages identification. Orphan pages are also pages without internal link pointing to them. Since search engines discover new pages through links, orphan pages often go unnoticed, leading to poor indexability and lower ranking. To fix orphan pages, you need to use a site audit tool. Tools like SEMrush, Ahrefs can actually identify orphan pages. You need to add internal link. Link orphan pages to related content so search engine can find them. You need to include in navigation, that is, important pages should be accessible from menus, footers, or breadcrumbs. A well-connected website structure ensures all pages contribute to your overall SEO strategy, improving visibility and ranking potential. Also, just a quick information, if you are interested to start a career in digital marketing, then check out Simplilearn's postgraduate program in digital marketing in partnership with Purdue University. This course provides robust and industry-relevant curriculum to help you become a certified digital marketing expert. The program covers essential marketing tools and components like website creation, SEO, SEM, social media marketing, mobile marketing, and many more. And you will also gain expertise in advanced topics like leveraging ChatGPT and other generative AI tools. You'll gain hands-on experience to live interactive learning as well. So you can find the course link in the description box below and in the pinned comments. Now let's talk about mobile optimization and site performance. At first, we'll be talking about how can we ensure mobile friendliness. So as we know, in today's digital world, more than 60% of web traffic comes from mobile devices. Now, if your site isn't mobile friendly, you are missing out on massive audience. Google prioritizes mobile first indexing, meaning it primarily evaluates the mobile version of your site for rankings. So if your website isn't optimized for mobile, your rankings and user experience will suffer. So how do you ensure your site is mobile friendly? At first, you have to use Google's mobile friendly test. You have to simply enter your URL into Google's mobile friendly test to check if your site is optimized for mobile users. Secondly, you have to make sure for responsive design. You have to ensure your website automatically adjusts to different screen sizes. So whether it's viewed on a phone, tablet, or desktop. Thirdly, it's legible fonts and touch-friendly buttons. Text should be easy to read without zooming, and buttons should be large enough for easy tapping. Avoid intrusive pop-ups. Google penalizes websites that use pop-ups covering the main content as they create a poor user experience. Fast mobile load time. Mobile users expect instant loading. If a site takes too long, they leave before even engaging with your content. So mobile optimized site leads to higher engagement, lower bounce rates, and better SEO ranking. So if you haven't prioritized mobile usability yet, this is now your time. Now let's talk about how can you check your site's loading speed, which is your core web vitals. First of all, as we know that speed matters, a 1 second delay in load time can result to 7% decrease in conversions and significantly higher bounce rates. So Google uses core web vitals such as ranking factor, making a website speed a crucial element for technical SEO. So the key core web vitals metrics are, first we have largest contentful pane, which is LCP. It will measure how fast the largest element, image or text loads. Ideal score is under 2.5 seconds. Secondly, we are talking about interaction to next page, which is INP. It will determine how quickly a web page responds to a user's interaction, clicking a button, scrolling, etc. Ideal score is under 200 milliseconds. Third one is cumulative layout shift, which is CLS. It will check how much the page layout shifts unexpectedly during loading. Ideal score is below 0.1. Now let's talk about how can you optimize for core web vitals. You have to use Google Page Speed Insights, analyze your site's loading speed and get recommendation. You have to optimize images, compress large images into tools like tiny PNG or WebP formats. You have to also enable lazy loading. Load images and videos only when users scroll to them. You can minimize CSS and JavaScript, reduce unnecessary script that slow down loading time. You can also use a content delivery network. Content delivery networks store cache version of your site on multiple servers worldwide, improving speed for global users. A faster website not only improves SEO ranking, but it also enhances user experience, increasing engagement and conversions. Now let's talk about how can you reduce page size and remove unnecessary third-party scripts. So every element added to web page, images, video, script affects its load time. A bloated page filled with unnecessary elements will slow down performance and hurt SEO ranking. So you have to minimize heavy images and videos. You can compress images, use modern formats, WebP, and avoid autoplay videos. You can also reduce unnecessary third-party script, which is every tracking code, analytics tool, or embedded widget slows down your site. Remove those you don't need. Use browsing caching. That is, enable cache so returning users don't have to reload the entire page from scratch. Minify CSS, HTML, and JavaScript. Compress your site's code to reduce page size and speed up loading time. Limit redirect. Every redirect adds loading time every time to a minimum. So by keeping your page lightweight, you ensure faster speed, higher SEO ranking, and better user engagement. Now let's talk about how can you secure a site with HTTPS SSL for ranking and trust. So Google has officially confirmed that HTTPS is a ranking factor. So if your site still runs on HTTP, it's time to switch to HTTPS because it ensures a secure browsing experience. So why does HTTPS actually matter? Because it encrypts data. It protects user information, especially important for e-commerce and login pages. It boosts trust and credibility. Users are more likely to engage with secure websites. You can prevent browser warning. HTTP sites now show a non-secure warning discouraging visitors. You can improve SEO ranking. Google prioritizes secure sites in search results. So migrating to HTTPS requires installing an SSL certificate. Most hosting providers offer free SSL certificates through Let's Encrypt or built-in security features. Now let's talk about how can you structure data and SEO enhancement. Use schema markup for rich snippets. So now let's talk about why schema markup actually matters. First of all, it enhances search visibility by providing rich snippets like star ratings or recipe details. Second of all, it increases click-through rate (CTR) by making such search results more visually appealing. It helps Google interpret and categorize your content correctly, and it will also support voice search optimization as search engine use structured data to provide quick answers. Now let's talk about talking about how to implement schema markup, you have to use Google Structured Data Markup Helper to generate schema code. From there, you can choose the content type, example, article, events, product, FAQ. Then you will need to highlight the relevant text elements and that will generate the JSON, LD or microdata format. Then you have to add the code to your website section or within the script tags on relevant pages. Test it using Google Rich Result Test to ensure proper implementation. Now let's talk about how can you optimize metadata, title tags, meta description, and headers. So metadata refers to HTML elements that provide search engine and users with information about a page's content. So while metadata doesn't directly impact rankings, well-optimized meta tags improve CTR, which indirectly influences ranking. So the best practices for optimizing metadata would be title tags. So keep them under 60 characters, include your main keyword and make them compelling. Meta description summarize the content in 150 to 160 characters and include a call to action. Header tags H1, H2, H3 use headings to structure your content logically and include relevant keywords. So example of optimized title and SEO meta description, which is suppose the title is technical SEO checklist, boost your ranking with these 10 proven steps. Then the meta description would be struggling with rankings, follow this detailed technical SEO checklist to optimize crawling, indexing, and site speed. So as you can see the difference over here. Now let's talk about how can you use structured data to help search engine understand content. So basically, beyond schema markup, the structured data organizes content in a way that searches engine that can easily interpret. This includes making JSON, LD, RDFA, or microdata to define elements, article, product, FAQs, and job posting. How can you implement structured data? You'll need to identify key pages where structured data would be beneficial. Example, blogs, events, services, FAQs. You will also use schema.org guideline to implement structured data for your content. You have to also validate using Google structured data testing tool, regularly updating your schema markup to ensure it reflects current best practices. Now let's talk about what are HRE flags for international SEO. So if your website targets multiple countries or languages, implementing a HRE flag tags is essential to direct users for the most relevant versions of your site. So why HRE flag is important? Because it prevents duplicate content issues when multiple versions of the same page exist. It will help search engines serve the same language and regional version of your pages. It will improve user experiences by ensuring visitors land in content tailored to their religion. So how to implement HRE tags is you have to identify the language regions you support. For example, English, French, Spanish. Then you need to add HRE flags tags to the head of each page to your XML sitemap. Then you need to use this particular format over here. Then you have to test with Google International Targeting Tool in Search Console. By implementing HRE flag correctly, you ensure that Google ranks the most high right content for the right audiences while preventing duplicate content issues. Now let's talk about the on-page optimization for technical SEO. So for this, you need to use keywords in URL, title tags, and headings. So optimizing your URL, title tags, and headings is very important for on-page SEO success. These elements will search engines what your page is about and help users identify quickly relevant content in search results. The best practices for keywords in URL are keep URL short. You don't have to use URL like example.com best SEO tips. Instead of this, you can use example.com SEO tips 2024 and update it. So by using hyphen instead of underscore, Google treats hyphen as spaces but doesn't recognize this underscore. Include target keywords. Make sure your primary keyword is in the URL without overstuffing it. Now let's talk about the best practices for title tags. You have to keep them under 60 characters so they don't get cut off in search results. Front load primary keywords to improve visibility in search. You have to use power words and numbers, example 10 proven SEO hacks to boost ranking. Then you also need to use best practices for headings H1, H2 and H3. Your H1 should be more unique and include your target keyword. Your H2 and H3 to break down content into logical selections, making it easier to read. Add relevant long tail keywords naturally in subheadings for better ranking potential. Now let's talk about how can you use external and internal links strategically. So links may play a huge role in SEO, helping both search engine and users discover more relevant content. Internal link improve your site structure, while external links and add credibility by linking to authoritative sources. So best practices for internal links would be link to relevant pages within your site to create a clear content hierarchy. You can use descriptive anchor text, that is reload your complete guide on SEO best practices instead of click here. You can avoid often pages with no internal link, as they are harder for search engine to find. You can also use the best practices for an external link, which is linked to trusted and high authority website. Example, Google, Moz, Hrefs. You can open external links to a new tab to prevent users from leaving your site. You can regularly check for broken links and fix them to maintain a good user experience. Now let's talk about how can you optimize images, which is compression, alt text, and lazy loading. Images enhance user experience, but if not optimized properly, they will slow down your site, hurting both SEO and conversions. So how to optimize images for SEO? Compression images using tools like TinyPNG, WebP format to reduce size and quality loss. You can also use descriptive file names, SEO checklist PNG instead of image, that will add alt text to describe the image, that will make them help visually impaired users and improve ranking. You can also use enable lazy loading, so are the images loaded only when they appear in the user's viewport, reducing initial load times. You can use responsive images so that they just adjust based on screen size for better mobile performance. Now let's talk about how can you improve your information gain in content. So Google ranking system prioritizes high value content and providing users with fresh, unique and in-depth insights to improve information gain. Your content should go beyond and surface level answers. How to improve information gain, which is answer the why and how questions behind search queries instead of just defining a term, explaining why it matters, and real world example, case studies and statistics to import and support your points. You have to use multimedia elements, just videos, charts, infographics to make a content more engaging and informative. You have to avoid generic or rehashed content. Add your unique expertise and analysis. For example, if writing about SEO ranking factors, don't just list them. Explain how each factor impact ranking, show case studies, and provide actionable steps to implement them. Now let's talk about the final checklist and execution plan, which is we will be summarizing the SEO checklist, your step-by-step execution plan. Now that we have covered all the essential aspects of technical SEO, let's consolidate everything into an actionable execution plan. So this checklist serves as a step-by-step SEO framework that you can implement to optimize your website's technical health, ensuring better visibility and rankings on search engine. At first, you need to create SEO setup and performance tracking, set up Google Search Console, Bing Webmaster Tools to monitor index, search visibility and errors. Second of all, set up Google Analytics to track website performance, user behavior and conversions. Use rank tracking tools to monitor keyword rankings and track progress over time. Install Yoast SEO for WordPress, Shopify to streamline your page optimization. Identify your KPIs to measure the effectiveness of your SEO efforts. The second step is you need to fix the technical errors and website health. Identify and fix scrolling and indexing issues to ensure search engine can properly access your site. You need to resolve broken links and redirect issues to improve user experience and prevent 404 errors. You have to use an XML sitemap to help search engine efficiently discover and index your content. You need to optimize a robots.txt file to control which parts of your site search engine can crawl. You can check for duplicate and thin content issues, consolidating pages for adding more value when needed. So now talking about step 3, you need to optimize website structure navigation. You have to ensure a logical site structure with proper category hierarchies and navigation. You need to use SEO-friendly URL structures that are short, descriptive, and keyword-rich. Implement breadcrumbs for navigation, improving user experience and crawlability. You need to reduce click depth to keep important pages within 3 to 4 clicks from the homepage. You need to also fix orphan pages by adding relevant internal links. Step 4. Let's talk about the step 4 now, which is your mobile optimization and site performance. So first you have to ensure mobile friendliness by testing your site using Google's mobile friendly test, which we have already covered. We also learned about improving loading speed by optimizing core web vitals, reduce web pages to improve unnecessary third-party script, secure your site with HTTPS to ensure enhance trust and ranking potential. Step 5, we learned about structured data and metadata enhancement. We used schema markup to improve visibility in rich snippets, optimize title tags and meta description to improve click-through rates, implement structured data to help search engine better understand content, use HRE flank tags for multilingual and international SEO. Step 6 is on-page optimization for technical SEO. We have used keywords in URLs, title tags. We have learned about how can we use these things, headings to enhance search relevance. We have also used internal and external links strategically to improve content discoverability. Then we also used optimized images with compression, alt text, and lazy loading to boost page speed. We also learned about improve information gain in content, making it more valuable and engaging for users. So talking about encouraging viewers to audit their websites using this framework. So at this point, you only have a powerful technical SEO roadmap that can significantly impact your website's ranking and visibility. But knowledge alone isn't enough. It's time to take action. So how can you apply to this checklist to your website? At first, you have to perform an SEO audit using Google Search Console and other tools to identify technical issues. Secondly, you need to fix critical errors first, such as broken link, indexing problem, and site speed issues. Third, you have to enhance your website structure, ensuring a clear, logical, and crawlable navigation system. Fourth, you have to optimize your on-page elements like metadata, images, and content layout. Number 5, you have to monitor your progress with Google Analytics, tracking traffic growth and engagement. So basically, SEO is a continuous process. Search algorithm change, and so should your strategies. Make it a habit to review your site's technical health regularly and adapt to new SEO trends. So that's a wrap up for this video. And if you have any doubts or questions, you can ask them in the comment section below. Our team of experts will reply you as soon as possible. Thank you and keep learning with Simplilearn.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.